I'm trying to help y'all not walk out the house like this. Don't do that. We can do better than that. Hey guys, it is your girl Larry. Welcome back to my channel. I was gone for a minute. Now I'm back in the jump off. So guys, I was gone for a little bit. I was on vacation and I didn't feel like filming because I was on vacay. So yeah, I didn't feel like filming. I wanted to film a quick video on how I apply my wigs. I've just had people ask me before how I apply them, and I never thought to even really explain to people because I just always thought, oh, it's, you know, it's whatever. This thing that I do, it's not that big of a deal. But I'm gonna make one, so hopefully this helps somebody. Also, the other reason why I want to make this, there are not a lot of YouTube videos on how to lighten the lace on your wigs because a lot of lace comes darker. I know you can order Swiss lace, but if you don't have the capacity to order Swiss lace, frontals, closures, wigs, whatever, there are a lot of videos on how to make your wig lighter. There are tons of videos on how to make your wig darker or how to tint your lace, nothing to lighten it. So I show, you know, my little trick of lightening it so it can blend and match into my skin tone. So guys, before we get into this video, make sure you comment, make sure you like and subscribe because that's just the cool thing that cool kids do is they subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GlamLarry, and then yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. We are up close and personal. Y'all see my little bonnet. We fam now, we fam. The first step is you wanna start off with a really good base. So guys, I just have my hair flat twisted back. I have it super flat. I cannot braid to save my life, so there's that. So flat twists work perfectly fine. A really good tip on top of that is I have a lot of hair. So my hair is natural, I have a lot of hair. I twist my hair down while it's wet so that it dries really flat. If I blow dry my hair and try to twist it down, it's not going to be this flat. That way I can make sure my hair is flat as possible and it fits under the wig. The next thing I do that really helps is I wear a wig cap. Now you don't have to wear a wig cap. I just wear a wig cap just because I feel like it. The other thing that I do, which helps me a ton, is if you guys can see right here, I cut the band of my wig cap. So I don't cut the band off. So here's the whole band. I just cut the band right into the point where I pass that thick elastic line and I get into the wig cap. I cut that because I felt like, one, my wig caps were too tight. Two, I felt like they were pulling on my edges. So I don't know if you guys have experienced that before, but I felt like they were kind of pulling on my edges, so it worried me. So I cut my wig caps this way. That way when I put them on, it's not super tight on my head. Now you've got the base of your hair ready to go. So now we're going to move on to the wig. So guys, this is my wig. I have it on the inside out because next we're going to prepare the lace. This is a really good tip for anybody who's my complexion or lighter. I sometimes have an issue where my frontals come in way too dark. So if I don't get Swiss lace or get blonde frontals, my wig lace will be way too dark. So what I like to do is I take a damp wedge sponge, this one I've clearly already used, and I use a foundation that is about 3 shades lighter than I am. So this time I just use the Maybelline Matte Fit Me. It's like $5. I will stamp it onto the lace of the wig. So I kind of try to keep it more in this area because this is what you're really going to see. You're not going to see so much of this lace, and as you can already tell, I don't know if you guys can see that this is already so much lighter than that. And then we will just keep stamping that on. So now that I've stamped on my foundation, I like to take a hairspray. So I take my Got To Be Glued and I will spray that. We'll take a blow dryer and dry this. So I do this so that the color of the foundation stays in the lace. When I do this, the color, it stays in the lace for about 3 to 4 days, so I don't have to keep doing this all the time. We'll go in a second time and add a little more foundation just to make sure the color is lifted a little bit and that this frontal will match my complexion better. Okay, so now we have our lace ready to go. So now we're actually going to fix our wig. So if you guys see, this kind of looks a little like lumpy, kind of sticking up a lot. So what I like to do is add heat protectant to the hair, which I've already done. Any heat protectant works. And I like to take a hot comb to make sure that my hair lays really flat. You can use a flat iron, you can use a curling rod, but I have found that a flat iron is what gets the job done. Our hair is super flat. That is one of the biggest keys to making sure that your wig looks realistic, is to make sure you have no humps or lumps at the top. Super key. So next what we're gonna do is prepare our wig to be put on our head. So guys, I have no idea how these YouTubers put these wigs on their heads without the hair getting stuck to their skin whenever they use the Got2b glue. I have no clue how. So what I do is I take these clips right here and I will comb the hair back with a fine tooth comb, something like this. It's like a little rat tail comb. I will comb the hair back. Any baby hair or flyaway hair that's in the front, I will comb it back, and then I will take my clip and I will clip up the hair away from the frontal. That way, when I put on my wig, I don't have to worry about flyaways or anything getting stuck to my hair. So clips is what helps me make sure that I don't get any hair stuck to my skin when I'm trying to apply my wig. Now we are ready to put our wig on. So I've got my wig cap on, and the one thing I do not do, which I see a lot on YouTube, is everyone does that method where they pull the wig cap down, they spray it down, they cut it off. I don't do that. I've never done it. I just feel that for me personally, it's a waste of wig caps. For me personally. I feel like that method is more for people who keep their wigs on for 2, 3, 4 days at a time. I take my wig off every night because I just want my scalp to breathe. I don't know, it just makes me feel better. So I literally just put the wig cap on my head. I don't do anything special to it. Now guys, now that we have prepared our wig, our kawais is fresh. You can't tell me your kawais and my kawais are not fresh. Kawais are fresh and laid and slayed. We are now ready to put on the wig. Now our wig is on, we're gonna take our Got2b glue spray and our blow dryer and get to gluing this thing down. The hairspray works perfectly fine for me. My wig has not fallen off. No one's been able to tug it off. The wind has just not swooped it away, and it just showed all my kawais to the world. That has not happened. So what I will do is just spray the Got2b glued around the perimeter of my hairline. Take my blow dryer, put it on low and on cool, and I'm gonna dry that. And you want to dry until it's tacky. Not till it's dry, but till it's tacky. And then for extra insurance, I actually go in and I spray one more time. Okay, and a good way to know if it's tacky enough is if you take a rat tail comb and you stick it on, it should like stick a little bit. It shouldn't just slip off. I'm actually gonna zoom in for you guys just a little bit. Ooh, we in there. So I'm going to actually take my cap. I'm gonna go under and I'm just going to pull it forward right in front of my hairline, and I'm going to use my nail. You don't want to use the pad of your finger because you have oils in your skin, and the oils in your skin will react with the hairspray and it will make it less tacky. So I'm going to go in and just gently push my frontal down over the parts that are tacky. And when you're laying it down, it should start to stick on its own. It may not be completely dry, but it should start to kind of stick on its own. And now that we've got it stuck down, I'm actually gonna turn my blow dryer on a low setting, but with heat. So this actually helps melt the lace into my skin. The cold doesn't really, it helps get it tacky, but it doesn't help melt the lace. So I put it on a low setting with the heat and go over the area that I just laid down. I'm just going to take a hair tie and just tie it around the perimeter of my wig. And then also I like to take a makeup wipe and go around the perimeter of my head for any like residue from the hairspray. I have found that a makeup wipe actually works a lot better than alcohol. I know a lot of people say use like rubbing alcohol, but I feel like a makeup wipe works so much better. It removes all of the residue and not just some of it. Right here you can tell that there is still a line of demarcation. So the frontal looks a lot lighter than my skin. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to take my MAC setting powder in dark golden. You wanna use the setting powder or the setting powder color that you use on your face, because that's usually what you use to darken, even it out a little bit. So I'm going to take that and actually just put the powder over the lace. Another quick tip is check your hair in daylight lighting if you're heading out for the day, because I found that my hairline might look great inside, when you go outside it looks different. So that's just a good tip. So now we are going to lay these finishing touches down on making this wig look real as fuck. Real as fuck. Okay guys, so as you can see, my hair is not as flat as I want it to be. So I'm just going to use the hot comb over it one more time. But first, something that I recently discovered that has kind of made my wigs feel so like silky and luxurious has been this. This is the Hasik argan oil. It's like a silky oil treatment. It adds keratin smoothness. This has been bomb for my wigs. So I just add a dime size amount that's bigger than a dime, and we're gonna rub it through this hair. Guys, funny thing, I don't call my wigs wigs. I actually call them helmets because they protect your hair. I know I'm lame. Okay, so now we put the hot comb on our hair. I have these clips at the side just to make sure as it's cooling, my hair actually stays flat. So now we're going to work on this hairline. So I'm going to take my NYX Pro concealer. You can use any concealer. This is just the one I just have in my hand right now. And this shade is actually 2 shades lighter, 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. So we're gonna go in and just apply the concealer to the part. And then what I like to do is take my finger and just rub it in to help it blend in so it's not such a stark contrast. And this just helps the wig look more realistic. So as you can see, it looks a lot more realistic now that I've put concealer in the parting space. So now I'm just gonna take my clips out, and the hair is really flat now. So guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope you guys learned something different, because you know, y'all, there are tons of YouTube videos on how to put your wig on, and there's so many things you learn from all of them, but hopefully you found something unique in this one. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at GlamLarry and on Instagram at GlamLarry, where I post things and whatnot. You can keep up with me. Make sure you subscribe because that is super important. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.